everybody, Spirit Otter here, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Last time, Angel Star, made a big stink about, well, pretty much the fact that, there's 5 minutes missing from her, testimony. So, let's see what she has to say about this decisive evidence. Oh, and the judge also got applied off with a freaking jumbo-sized lunchbox. God. Alright, let's get moving, shall we? I should have mentioned those 5 minutes. I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on the shoe. One, of course, was the victim's, and the other was the defendant, Miss Lana Sky's blood. This shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence. What? There was blood found on that shoe? Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs. Oh, how am I going to disprove this? Witness, what is the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I'm heard of this evidence? It's simple, as I already said. I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself. And you had the blood test performed? Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics. 3?! Jeez! In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence. What? You should know the 2 rules of evidence law, Miss Starr. Well, number 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen. You could at least study some evidence law, really. The prosecution's complaint notwithstanding, it appears that the evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. Well, it seems you have yet another count against you, witness. Anything to ensure the guilty or properly judged. I probably read that wrong. My apologies. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Alright. Let's see here. Actually, excuse me for... Okay. I'm back. Let's get moving. Alright, hold it. Why'd you lie about those 5 minutes? I guess you could say I wanted people to I just wanted people to look at the results. The results? How many times do I have to say this? I saw the chief prosecutor stab the victim before my very eyes. Compare that to the 5-minute blank means nothing. Then why didn't you just tell the truth? Don't make me laugh. We're dealing with the most untrustworthy, vile lot known as prosecutors. Falsified evidence, arranged testimonies, and erasing and manipulating evidence. When you fight monsters, you need to use every trick in the book. Yikes, lady! Yikes! This is when the suspect is admitting she did it? False testimony is the most despicable crime of all, Miss Starr. Let's just get this over with. No, you didn't bring it up. And you found this at the scene of the crime? I've detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive. So like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with a shoe. That is actually a solid burn. Ouch! I was afraid someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. This shoe was my secret weapon should that happen. See the fashionable basket I have here? Here? It carries more than lunchboxes, gentlemen. I'm happy for you and your lunchbox bag, really. In any case, you removed valuable evidence from the scene of the crime. Now tell us what you did next. Alright. So you brought it to the forensics department. If you're going to submit something as evidence in court, you needed it approved. To do that, evidence must be analyzed by a forensics expert. As she got away with her little coup because she used to be a detective. The shoe does appear to have bloodstain on it. Makes sense. After all, a man was stabbed here. And the blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman. As I said, there were 2 types of blood found on the shoe. The other was the defendant, Miss Lana Sky's blood. Alright, I need more information. We can't say that for sure that the blood belonged to the victim with a blood test. You claim to know something about blood tests, rookie? Huh? Well, speak up! Well, blood comes in 4 different types. A, B, O, and AB. However, you can't tell from a blood test a murder was performed in cold blood. That's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright. Actually, if you combine the variable blood tests, there are a million different types. It's practically impossible to narrow down a blood sample to one person. Or so I hear. Millions of types? Technically, yes. If I gotten a little more time, I would have gotten a DNA test result. But they said there's very little doubt it could be anybody but Miss Lana Skies. The suspect blood is found on the victim's shoe. That ties her directly to the death of Detective Goodman. I was afraid he was gonna say that. I can't let this evidence through without a fight. Ew! What is that? It looks like... you ordered peppered fish guts, right? No! Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some like your client she's in enough hot water to make a whole batch of soup. Mr. Wright, don't you have a problem with this shoe? A problem? This is critical. What's wrong with the victim's shoe? Let me take a look at this thing. Oh, I can take a look. Whoa! Where'd all this come from? Ah, there's blood here too. On the sole of the shoe? It's gotta be the victim's. He must have stepped in a puddle of his own blood. All this blood. It's horrible. This blood might be an important clue. Oh geez, slow down. Wait a minute. Yes, there is a problem. If I'm not imagining things, I'd say there's one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction. Where's all the blood at the scene of the crime? If he was stepping in his own blood, wouldn't there be like a puddle of blood somewhere? Oh, I'd give you peppered fish guts now, But you couldn't take the heat, could you? Let's hear what you had to say, what Mr. Wright has to say. What's contradictory about the victim's shoe? Shows the problem with this evidence. This! I wonder if you noticed. There's blood on the bottom of the shoe. Don't mess with me, rookie. Or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe. Indeed, there is quite a bit of blood on the bottom of this shoe. Yeah, quite a bit. It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory of the blood at the bottom of the shoe? Where's all the blood here? Problem lies in the footprint. The footprint? Note that the bottom of this shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why there weren't any bloody footprints found at the scene of the crime? As you can see, there were no traces of such footprints at the scene of the crime. Contradicts your claim about this shoe. This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints. No, I was there. If there weren't any bloody prints, they would have been found. We checked the scene, there's nothing of the sort. Order, order! Order! Well, witness? What? Huh? Great going, Mr. Wright, but it's true that the lack of a footprint is a contradiction. But then we have to ask, why wasn't there a footprint? Oh, that's true. There has to be a reason there wasn't a footprint. Think, Mr. Wright, think! Yeah, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions. What? I see. Now I get it. Yeah, what? Our witness was more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There's one vital hint to the truth in her testimony. What are you talking about? Yeah, I'm with the judge. What the hell are you talking about? Think back to when she was told about us apprehending the suspect. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside and knocked over an oil drum. She's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman, row. I thought it was strange for the normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask you a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, that? I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory. Witness, well? Was the oil drum empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. Water? What does that mean? I still don't get it, Mr. Wright. You want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason? Aha! You don't mean... A suspect knocked over the oil drum for one reason alone. To erase the bloodstains that would become evidence against her. What? That ties things up quite nicely. Bloodstains left on the victim's shoe tie her to quite clearly in a murder. Then after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs. Why, that's a prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence. That reminds me, Miss Skye's right hand was hurt. Didn't she say she cut herself when she stabbed him? Oh, this looks bad. So my sister's blood is on the shoe when it happened? Excuse me one sec, folks. Oh, shoot. Okay, sorry about that. So my sister's blood was on the shoe when it happened? Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial. Mr. Wright, do something, please! What? What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime, and she tried to conceal it. But... Enough! There's no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor? Very well. Angel Star is on the prosecution's side. She could have been lying about the water. The court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. Oh. Who said hold it? Little girl, what did you just say? Huh? Me? Did you just say I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution's side? Well, yeah, you are. You're saying that my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. Well, I thought you had your fill, but here you are demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox, a lunchbox called evidence. Wait, witness, don't tell me you have something else. You've reached your verdict, Your Honor. Any further comments will be held in contempt of court. The threats don't scare the Hoffa Queen. Look at this. A photograph? I had it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest. The white shoe didn't belong to the victim. I see no room for error in this evidence. Mr. Wright, wait! Look at the asphalt in this photo. Hey, it's clearly wet. Racing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all. It's not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems this is what your sister wanted anyway. I'm sorry, Mia. Right, better not. Don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Mia? Get yourself off the asphalt. Take another good look. Don't give up, not until the bitter end. This is the last piece of evidence. Very well, this time I'd like to declare the verdict. No! Objection! Your Honor, wait! What is it with you people? Can't I just hand down my verdicts in peace anymore? No, you cannot! Whatever it is, can it wait? No, it can't! Then it'll be too late. Look at this photograph, the last one submitted. This trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration. So right. Are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence? Yeah! I'll think of it later. Yeah, there is a problem. Right or wrong, I gotta go ahead with this. I suppose since we come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem with the... Oh! Oh! What's this? What's this? I just saw that out of the corner of my eye. Oh! What's in there? Oh, jeez, the slowdown. I have got to fix that. Alright. The problem with the photograph is here. What is this? What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler. Wait just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor, you just said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or a scarf in this, of any kind in this photograph. A muffler is also a part on a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as a part of the exhaust system, a pipe. I see. And I see! What is that suspicious-looking claw sticking out of the car's muffler? So what if there's something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. No! It's got something to do with it, alright. Sorry, Miss Starr, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much in your testimony. What? Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth in the muffler is related to this case. Her phone? Miss Starr, you recall in your testimony to the court. Ah, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's why it had me confused earlier in my earlier testimony. I can speak muffler. Ugh! Yuck! Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that actually means that piece of cloth is vital evidence. Oh! Oh! Alright. Well, it seems we have to suspend the proceedings. Suspend? I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any questions unanswered, we do a disservice to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed? I suppose so. Woo! That was close. But we made it. At least for now. Court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime after all. He's still hungry? You've had 2 caviar lunches and a triple-decker lunchbox. How much more lunch can you eat? Even I can't eat that much, and I've got an appetite, believe me. Alright, I'm going to save. And you know what? I'm going to end things here. So I'll see y'all next time. Bye!